chapter with Hrabal was Closely Observed Trains, and it was part of the discovery of Czech culture.
My first encounter was the film Closely Observed Trains.
Probably Too Loud of Solitude.
I grew up in a Czech household, so I saw a couple of films based on his books when I was a kid.
I hadn't heard of him before, so it was a real eye-opener.
Tonight we're celebrating the life and work, and I suppose the spirit of Hrabal.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have sold the world-renowned invention in Paris for 5 crowns.
The performance is called Angel Eyes, and it's directed by Eva.
I'm the one who adapted, with the help of my wonderful cast, this short story for stage.
So I'm going to be doing a performance that's based on one of Hrabal's short stories called Diamond Eye. But I'm going to be treating it really in terms of sound. So I'm going to be taking an extract of the story and reading it, and then working with electronics and voice around the text.
I got all this information off the internet about Hrabal, and then I shredded them. And then I boiled them in water, and then I took an eyedropper and I collected some of the liquid from the boiled water. And then I put some of that water on a vial of sugar pills and shook them. And I'm going to give the audience a placebo and ask them to project the film onto a screen.
I'm going to be reading from these index cards here, which are 100 statements by other people, which I've sourced from various places. Which begin with the phrase, "It was a dull afternoon."
It was a dull afternoon, slow batting by Aussies against English, boring cricket. It was a dull afternoon, the tranquility of the place was shattered by loud voices.
I'll be reading 2 poems, one, Too Loud of Solitude, and another one, I Did Not Serve the Queens of England.
I'm the plumber's apprentice in a world cafeteria of slippery thighs. Hrabal has come to cure my sickness. My sickness is death. It cannot be cured.
I'm going to be performing a piece called Extra Time, and it's based on and will include projections of a show by Stamping Round Theatre, which I directed 10 years ago, called A Quiet Afternoon.
A Quiet Afternoon is 10 years old this year. But more importantly, Mr. Hrabal would have been 100 years old this year.
That story, and also many of the other ones I read, was just so full of very, very rich visual images, and they seemed, apart from being very visual, there was such a rich emotional world, and it seemed just a brilliant starting point for a piece of theatre. So we then adapted A Quiet Afternoon and turned that into a show 10 years ago now.